This is Breakfast Television. Happy New Year. We're kicking things off with Jeremy Crittenden and Princeton. Good morning to you two.
Hey.
Princeton, you may think Princeton is from Sesame Street, but oh no, my friend Jeremy, it's from Avenue Q, and it's a completely different thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Tell us about Avenue Q.
Avenue Q is a musical, and it looks and feels like Sesame Street, but it's for adults, so the lessons aren't about grammar, they're not about spelling or counting, they're a little more risque.
So let's talk about some of those lessons with
Sure.
respect to being on television right now. What kind of things do we talk about?
The morning television versions of the Avenue Q lessons. Well, Avenue Q is really about Princeton. He grows up, he gets out of school, he's got a BA in English. He has no idea what to do with that.
Which I think could probably sum up most people that have a BA in English or history, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of them at home are already weeping. So he goes to the big city trying to find his purpose in life, and he learns about not being able to pay his bills. He learns about messing up relationships. He learns about discrimination out in the world. And he and his buddies on Avenue Q kind of go through all of these things together that most people, when they got out of school and moved to the big city, they learned all of these lessons.
When you're looking at this footage right now from Avenue Q, it's basically, I've seen the show and it's fantastic, but it's not just like your typical type of show where you would think that it would be almost a ventriloquism sort of act, or the puppeteers are hiding away. You're fully on stage for the entire duration of this performance.
I was really trying to describe this show to somebody recently, and they were like, oh, so you're like hiding in the set. No, you see us. Oh, but your mouths don't move. No, our mouths definitely move. It's the kind of thing that you can only do in live theater, where you see the puppet, you see the puppeteer using him, and the puppeteer vanishes. You really believe it's Princeton doing all the talking, all the singing, all the dancing.
And what kind of a lesson is that for you to learn how to hold this? I mean, your arm does not get any rest at all for what, 2 hours? You're holding this thing up the whole time, right?
The puppeteer that plays Princeton, and I also play a puppet named Rod, that track for the first 45 minutes of the show is nonstop, so your arm doesn't really leave this position for 45 minutes. So it's a bit of stamina, but also learning to, you know, keep Princeton alive. He's always got to be breathing and moving a little bit, because if he stops, he suddenly looks like a puppet. But when he's taking a breath and he's talking to you, he comes to life. And it's when he's alive that the story just goes right through the puppets.
Okay, and does it get sweaty up there? Full disclosure.
It gets full sweaty up here. It is a petri dish inside Princeton's head.
That's lovely. The other thing that's cool, though, about Jeremy's performance and the other puppeteers who are in this as well, is that you're not only playing the role of Princeton, but you're playing the role of other people, and you actually have to have dialogue and provide scenes for two characters that are on stage at the exact same time.
It's true. So there are times where I'm manipulating Princeton, and Rod is on the other side of the stage being manipulated by another puppeteer, but I'm still providing his voice while they're lip-syncing to how I'm speaking. Kayla Dunbar, who plays Kate Monster, as well as a character named Lucy in the show, she has full scenes of dialogue where it's just her. And her two characters talking to each other, her and another puppeteer on stage, Jenny Cassidy, who's amazing. And they do the whole scene. Jenny manipulates the one puppet, and Kayla provides voice for both. It's wild.
It really is a great show, and it's been extended over at the Arts Club on Gravel Island, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so people have loved Avenue Q, and they keep coming back multiple times, which is awesome. So we're going to go till January 10th.
That's great. So if you'd like to check out Avenue Q, not for the kiddies out there, this is an adult-only type of performance. You'll see why in Princeton. You're a dirty dog.
Well.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Should be looking in my windows.
Thanks a lot for coming in, both of you, this morning. Happy New Year to both of you. And again, you can check out Avenue Q over at the Arts Club on Gravel Island, running until January the 10th.